Hey everyone, say hi as you're hopping on. Hey Casey, everyone say hi as you're getting here. Just getting this shared to my page. Hey Lauren, hey Lauren, hey Lauren, two Laurens in a row. Hey Anya. There's 12 people here and only like 4 people said hi to me. Hey Kimberly. Hey Nikki. Man, it's been a tough month, I feel like. The last month has been crazy. In fact, so crazy that I had a call in my Ouroboros program this morning that was amazing. We were talking about masculine, feminine polarities, archetypes, and the programming and conditioning around how those archetypes or genders really are supposed to interact with money. So that was like huge and amazing. And then after that, it's like self-care Saturday. I just had a 2.5 hour acupuncture and a massage and acupuncture, which was amazing, for $21 US, by the way. It's a crazy town over here. I don't know, whoever's not living in Bali, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. Actually, don't come to Bali. If you're not already living here, don't come here. We don't need any more tourists. I'm just kidding. How hypocritical of me. But it's amazing. And so then I just went and put a hair mask in, and I was laughing because I was about to say I just put in Omniplex, because apparently everything in my life like needs to start with Omni these days. Olaplex, I just put an Olaplex treatment in my hair. And so I figured while I was waiting for this Olaplex treatment, I put this Olaplex in my hair. I'm gonna do this live stream. When I get off this live stream, I'm gonna go put a bee pollen mask on my face and order some lunch and lay in my bed and do nothing for a couple of hours with this treatment in my hair and this mask on my face. I am not gonna leave the mask on my face for longer than 30 minutes like I did last time though, because it wasn't a good idea. Hey everyone, hey. So self-care Saturday, because it's been a week and a month and yeah, it's been intense as of late. So there's so many. Yes, this is live. What do you mean is this live? It says live right on it. It's live. I'm sitting outside doing a live stream. Where are you? Isn't it hilarious when your husband gets on the live stream and goes, is this live? This is live. Doing a live stream.
I'm gonna prove it. Yeah?
It's live. So there is a lot going on planetarily right now. And I actually was told, or I actually got the message, geez, when was it? I guess the end of September that all this stuff was going to be happening. I am not a person who looks at predictive astrology. I was getting a massage. I just got done like just a bit ago. I'm not a person that does I don't look at the astrology of like what's coming up, but I do pay attention. I do have an awareness of what's happening now, but it's because like as it's happening, I'm studying it, not because I'm looking into the future about what's going to happen. But I actually received some transmissions about the first 2 weeks of November, the end of September. And part of that was that I needed to move my retreat till the end of November because of all of the planetary, and not just planetary, but the planetary upgrades that were going to be happening, but also the upgrades that we were going to be getting as like beings on this planet during the first 2 weeks of November. And so I pushed my retreat back till the end of this month. But so I got these transmissions that there were going to be huge upgrades coming for the planet and for the populace of the planet, the beings on the planet, all the sentient beings on the planet. And it's been intense. And, you know, I think we've got this Mercury retrograde happening, which is one of the most intense I've felt in a long time. And it's happening in the sign of Scorpio, which just brings up like all the fears. Yes. What? What?
Can you get Thomas the Tank Engine on this?
Yes, let me see.
It says Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine. You know he's living overseas when he's calling it Thomas the Tank Engine now instead of Thomas the Train, right?
Yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas.
The problem, honey, is I think that you're still... Oh, no. There we go. There you go. You need to go plug it in, though, because the battery's going to die. So take it to your room and plug it in, okay?
It's not going to die.
It's only 11%.
But guess what?
What?
It's going to work because I have my smartphone in my pocket.
Right, but the battery. But good job for putting your smartphone in your pocket, you smarty.
Yeah.
But go plug it into the wall so it doesn't turn off, okay?
Okay.
So, where was I? Mercury in retrograde. Yeah, Mercury in retrograde, super intense. Oh, in Scorpio. So it's like all these fears, these like, and it's the little nagging fears, right? Little nagging fears, little nagging doubts, little like, little. Jack, he's being Thomas now, going down the stairs. So there's these little nagging fears and these little nagging doubts that are just eating at us right now, and stuff that like, you know, and the fears are irrational in many cases, and they're, you know, things that we wouldn't normally be worrying about, but that are making really big impact in our lives. And that is absolutely that like Mercury in Scorpio energy, Mercury, and in particular Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So we've got that going on, and then we also have Jupiter at the galactic center right now. And then we just came off of this Taurus full moon. So Taurus full moon and Jupiter at the galactic center and Jupiter in general in its home sign of Sagittarius until December 2nd is like all these blessings. But it's interesting with the blessings because we're not necessarily feeling them because it's Mercury in retrograde, right? Like, so all these blessings are happening. We're not really seeing them. We're feeling like we're not being blessed. We're super frustrated. We're annoyed. We're irritated. These blessings are actually happening, but we just can't see them. But the biggest thing for me is that there's a massive amount of expansion happening right now. Internal and external expansion, and there's a lot of change and a lot of things shifting, a lot of things changing. So overall, like what's happening planetarily right now is that, and who I think does like an amazing job of sharing this, if you don't follow, if you are into astrology and you want to know more about this stuff, the Leo King on YouTube, he's amazing, and he's talking about all of this stuff right now, and it's really really insightful how he shares about it, and he's just really like down to earth dude. and so I really like him, but he's sharing a lot about what's happening in the world right now. But from my perspective and how the transmissions that I'm getting and the information that I'm receiving is that we are at a crossroads as beings on this planet. We are at a crossroads. We are being given an opportunity right now, during this 11/11 portal and during the remainder of Jupiter being in Sagittarius. It's like we're really being called to step up and into purpose, but we're also being given an opportunity to back out of purpose. And I'm not a person, you'll always hear me say, like, the universe is not testing you, and I don't believe that the universe tests us. But what I do believe is happening right now, it's not a test, but it is, what is it that you really want? And we're being given an opportunity right now to decide if we really want to pursue our divine mission, if we really want to know what that mission is, if we really want to pursue that mission, if we really want to show up in the way that we were destined, and maybe not even destined is not the right word, but in the way that we decided that we were going to show up. Do we really want that? Or do we want to continue to just live inside the matrix and go back to maybe a time where things were easier for us before we began our spiritual reawakenings, before we began waking up to like all the atrocities and things that are happening on this planet? So we're being given an opportunity to do that. Everyone, right? Everyone on the planet. So those that aren't awake yet are being given an opportunity to wake up right now. Those that are awake are being given an opportunity to either go back to sleep or wake the fuck up for good, right? So that's kind of like what's happening there. So that's one component of this. And that in and of itself can be overwhelming, and it's substantial because we have, it's not just the awakened people on the planet right now that are going through this, but all the people that aren't yet awake are starting to wake up in, we've been seeing this for a while now, but it's like right now especially, like there's mass awakening happening on the planet. And it's sort of like this last wave of, are you going to wake up or are you going to stay asleep? And if those that aren't awake, it's not going to be as easy for them to wake up in the future, because we will have shifted a paradigm. We will have shifted. Some people are even saying that we're going to hop a timeline. Like that's what's happening right now. We're actually going to end up in an alternate reality, a different dimension. Like that's what's going to happen. And for me, it's like, I don't know how I feel about that for sure, but the energy that I do feel very strongly is that that for those that aren't awake and those that choose not to wake up before the end of the year, it's going to be more difficult to wake up in the future. And I think we're gonna see a lot of people leaving the spiritual space and going back to the normal world, right? Whatever that is. So that's one piece, right? And energetically, that is intense. I don't know if you guys follow the Schumann resonance, but a few days ago, right around the time of the moon, like it went off the chart, like not spiked on the chart, it went off the chart. So the heartbeat of this planet is increasing in vibrational frequency as beings of this planet awaken and increase their energetic and vibrational frequency. So, if you're feeling, if you're just feeling lethargic, this can be why, right? Like there is a lot of energy moving on this planet right now. There is a ton of planetary energy. Like if you simply just go by the science of how the other planets affect our planet, how the sun and the other planets affect our planet, how the occurrences in the universe affect our planet, if you only went by that alone, you would see that there is a tremendous amount of energy shifting and changing on this planet right now. And I think we take that for granted as humans because there's always planetary things going on, right? But we take it for granted, I think, because we're just on this earth and we're not really thinking about the things that are bigger than us that are affecting us energetically. So that's for sure going on for everyone. Like that's something that, you know, the mailman is experiencing at some level because those vibrational shifts inside our planet, in our core of our planet, in the electromagnetic field of our planet, all of that is shifting and changing. Like there's huge waves of energy shifting and changing on our planet right now. So there's that. But I think this is really going a step farther because the other thing that I'm hearing, that I'm experiencing and that I'm hearing are more extreme symptoms. So more extreme symptoms of physical pain. So I've been having ridiculously intense pain in my hips and in my lower back. And it's not like muscular pain. It doesn't feel like muscular pain. It feels like it's in my bones. Like it feels like pain in my bones. And so, and that, you know, lower back pain in particular is something that I've been hearing being reported like pretty widespread. But strange, intense, weird pains, things that you don't normally experience. Being extremely lethargic. So like just not feeling, you know, for me, it's like my purpose for me, my purpose work, it's so easy for me to get up in the morning and do my purpose work. Like easy breezy, right? Because I'm so in love with it. And it has just felt like a struggle the last month probably, but in particular the last like week and a half. And it's so interesting because I'm really having an awareness of my exhaustion when it comes to the work and how that's bringing up questions and how that's creating clarity for where I want to go inside with the work. But I'm also having this huge awareness of I'm still being like totally and completely financially supported, even though I'm not fully being present in the way that I've been present in the past. I'm definitely being really present behind the scenes, evaluating, and this is partially Mercury retrograde too, right? I'm reevaluating, I'm looking at, I'm trying to figure out, I'm contemplating what's happening in the world, in my world and with my purpose work. But it feels like a push. It's feeling hard. It's feeling like work. It's feeling like a bit of a struggle. And so, again, I don't believe that the universe tests us. I don't believe that this is a test going like, you know, if you don't show up, then you fail and you're getting clicked back, you're getting, you know, thrown back into the matrix. I don't believe that's what's happening. I do believe that these things, this energy is showing up so that we can decide if we're ready and willing to go the long haul, if we're ready and willing to show up, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it gets difficult, even when it seems like every single thing in your life is in resistance to you doing the purpose work. Like I have had crazy family stuff show up for me this week. I have had like intense stuff around my communication and business stuff being blocked on Facebook and Instagram. So I feel like I have met so much resistance in the last few weeks. The other thing that's super interesting is that, you know, I've been really emotional about it, where normally it's like that kind of stuff would happen and I'm just like, ugh, whatever. Like I might get irritated for a day or two, I might get frustrated for a day or two, but that's the extent of it, right? And then I keep going, I keep moving forward. This has been different, where I felt really emotional about it. Like it's upset me. I've cried a couple of times, which is like so not me. Like I'm not a crier. Like not, especially not about stuff like this. And it's just felt like, oh my gosh, like this exhaustion. And then this question to myself, the question has continually come up. Is it worth it? Do you want to do this? Is this what you want to do? And it's like every time, and it's almost like the question's being asked externally. It's like not my mind asking the question, if that makes sense. It's like the question's coming in. It's like it's like implanted into my mind. Do you want to do this? Is this what you want to do? And it's like every time it's like yes, 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 yes. But there's been a delicate balancing act of staying in the flow of, oh my God, it's so annoying. I don't know why my phone keeps popping up that like internet stuff keeps popping up on my phone. I have like 50 gigabytes of internet. It's alerting me that I don't have internet, so I don't know what's up with that. Mercury retrograde, right? I just checked it this morning and it has 50 megabytes and it's like popping up telling me that I'm out of internet. So it's been this really delicate balance of acknowledging the questions, answering the questions, feeling into how I feel about it, and not allowing it to derail me. And I know because there are women in my high-end mastermind that are experiencing this. I know because I have friends and colleagues that are experiencing this. And so there has been this, like, this is happening across the board to us. And, you know, there is absolutely massive fucking resistance to us doing our work. And so I put in here, like, if you're having these, so it's like, you know, feeling extremely lethargic, questioning your purpose work, feeling like purpose work is a push, like purpose work is hard. And then having moments of like extreme clarity and like, oh my God, everything's amazing, and getting like crystal clear clarity on programs and how we're meant to be moving forward and what we're meant to be offering to the world. And then it's like the next day feeling like in the depths of despair, and then the next day having clarity. And so it's this real wave that we're riding right now. So for me, I feel like I have more clarity in my business. I have more direction. I know more where I'm going. I know more what I'm meant to be doing. But at the same time, I'm balancing these emotions and these feelings. I'm also a Scorpio North Node. So that's, I think, emotionally, like, I'm being affected by those like depths, the depths part of the like emotional struggle shit that we're feeling in Mercury, because I'm a Scorpio North Node. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, know that like you're going to be more impacted by the fear and doubt part of this than others. And those like the deeper depth emotions, like the darker emotions, you're going to be more affected if you have Scorpio in your chart. So yeah, so Scorpio Venus, right? Like how you look at the world, beauty, like, yeah, this is definitely going to be affecting you like that. So, it is about, well, I'm going to hop over to this other bit that I was saying really quickly. Which was, the part about, Scorpio moon, for sure you're going to be feeling it. That's like all the emotion. So the things that I put in the description of this video, right? Like, are you having pain? Are you feeling really lethargic? Are you frustrated? Are you emotional? I don't even know what else I wrote in there. What I'm really feeling like is irritable, unmotivated, having to push to do your purpose work for maybe the first time over, or just overall feeling off. So for me, that's a great question, Precious. For me, it's like how I'm getting through this is when I'm in the places where I'm feeling unmotivated, I spent a lot of time. So this has been going on. This has been a cycle that I've been feeling for a couple of months, and then it's gotten really intense over the last like 3 weeks, I would say. But at first I was trying to push through it, and then I was feeling like, and that's just not my nature. My nature isn't to push my purpose work. My nature isn't to try to show up when I don't want to show up. And I wasn't feeling good about that, and that wasn't feeling aligned. And so I've started really just like honoring how I'm feeling in the moment. And if it's like, I don't want to do anything but watch Netflix right now, it's like I'm letting myself do that for a few hours. But then realizing that like I don't get to stay in that place. I don't get to stay in a place of not sharing my message and not doing my purpose work with the world. Like that, if, you know, when I choose to like stay stuck in that place, then I'm being negligent with the divine mission that I was given to come deliver on this planet. Yeah, so lately I've been binge watching Riverdale. Like that's what I've been doing when I'm like, okay, I can't, like I'm not motivated, or I'm sad, or I'm upset, or I'm whatever. It's like then I've just been like shutting down for a little bit and then coming back though. Like continuing to make the commitment to keep showing up, to keep doing the work, to keep exploring what's going on. I also have been doing more journaling, more deep introspection, more reevaluation of my business than I've done in a really long time. So Rain's a great one. I love Rain too. So, you know, it is continuing to keep your commitment to the divine, that you are going to follow through with your divine mission. And, you know, and asking yourself, do you actually want to do this? And if you do, then you continue to show up even when it's hard. But for me, it's also been about, I'm not pushing myself to show up when I'm not feeling it. And I'm allowing myself to feel the feelings of doubt and fear, but I'm also not allowing myself to get caught up in them, because I know that it's not truth. It is not authentic truth. It's not actually reality. They're fears and doubts, and they're absolutely showing up to deter me from fulfilling my divine mission, to keep me safe in a way, probably. There's a part of my ego that recognizes and realizes the expansion that's happening right now, and that part of me absolutely wants to keep me safe and protected and not vulnerable. And so, you know, it is that thing for me of like honoring all the parts of ourselves, and honoring when we feel the fears, and honoring when we feel the doubts, and still showing up anyway. But for me, it's not in a forced way right now. So what transmissions coming through today, and what I'm really feeling is that if you're experiencing a lot of these symptoms, if this seems to be your reality right now, and it's really, really difficult, you're probably fucking here to change the world. Like, you're literally probably here to be a frontline change maker, because we're fucking exhausted right now. Like, we're tired, we're exhausted, we're frustrated, we're annoyed. It feels a bit like we've been fucking dragging a herd of cattle through over a mountain. And I think where most of us are like usually so positive, we're having a hard time reframing right now. And it's just like, you know, I mean, like, I'm finding myself getting so frustrated. Like, oh my God, are you gonna fucking get it? Are you gonna wake up? Like, having impatience with the people that haven't woken up. Like, having impatience with the people in my life that are close to me. You know, whether it's family members, or, you know, people that I was friends with at one point, or that, you know, I am friends with, that I don't feel like have fully awakened. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, how much do you have to see before you fucking open your eyes and see, like, this is all programming, this is all conditioning, you're being controlled. Like, I'm finding myself really irritable with people's inability to see the truth. And that's, you know, that's not like me. Like, I feel like I'm here to activate people to their reawakening. I'm here to help people wake up. I'm here, you know, to do those things. But I'm like, right now, it's like I almost just don't fucking have the patience for it. I'm just like, oh, come on. It's right there. It's right in front of you. You don't fucking see it. You know, and like I'm like feeling like I've got the shits with people about it. Like, I'm really feeling shitty a lot of the time. Like, ugh. And then I'm like, God, can I do this for the rest of my life? These people are so fucking stupid. I mean, and like, that's harsh to say that, but that's like really how I've been feeling. And I'm like, do I have to fucking pull you over the finish line, or if you're gonna come? Well, here's the thing. It's actually not the time for us to pull anyone over the finish line. That's part of what this planetary energy is. It's time to fucking drop all the reins, all the lassos, all the fucking, you know, whatever the tools are that we're using to fucking pull the sheeple, it's time to let go. And they get an opportunity right now to wake up. And it's not our job, actually, to go recruit them. It's not our job to pull them over the finish line. It's not our job to drag them along. It's not actually even our job to worry about whether or not they're going to wake up. It's just our job to get fucking crystal clear on what our divine mission is and to go out and fulfill that mission. And so for me, it's like that mission includes a message. So I'm here sharing the message today, and whether or not any of you move to action after receiving this message isn't actually my fucking business. Like, my job is to share the message. My job is to show up and deliver the message, and then it's going to activate whoever it needs to activate. But it's not my job to try to activate it in you, or to try to get you guys bought in, or to try to get you guys like, you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to read some comments. Speak on transitioning through the end of these cycles and trying to lay the foundation for the new beginnings while still clearing out the old. So what I believe is our job right now is to reevaluate everything, to get crystal clear on what our divine mission is, by any means necessary, and get ourselves set up so that we're going into 2020 with clarity. Another point of annoyance right now is the super loud volley of motorcycles. So to get complete clarity on our purpose work and our divine mission, and then set ourselves up so that we're like ready to hit the ground running in 2020. And it is like to just hang in there at some level. Like, this is going to get a lot easier on November 20th when Mercury goes direct. Things are going to shift dramatically then. Like, this desperation stuff that we're feeling, or the frustration, like all of that's going to ease up a little bit once Mercury goes direct on the 20th. But then we have a bunch of planets moving into Capricorn, and Capricorn's a fucking taskmaster, so it's good and bad. But this upcoming year, we're going into a 4-year, and like a universal energy 4-year, which is a year of hard work and laying foundations. So literally it's like we're laying foundations now to go into 2020, but 2020 is the fucking year of laying foundations. And it's laying the foundations for this new paradigm that we're shifting into right now. It's like we're shifting into the paradigm between now and the end of the year, and then like next year, it's like it's all shifted, and now we have to create a whole new fucking foundation. Like, now we actually have to show up and do the work. Those of us that are here to do the work, those of us that are here to be on the front lines, those of us that are here to change the world, we have to show up and fucking do the work next year. And it's not going to be an easy year. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you're expecting to go into 2020 like, woohoo, everything's going to be awesome and it's going to be easy breezy, it's not. Like, it's going to be a year of hard work. And if we approach it knowing that from the front end, and not like show up in January like, woo, it's going to be a party year 2020. It's not. It's not. It's going to be rewarding as fuck. Like, we're going to have huge shifts on this planet in so many ways. Financial systems, government shifting and changing, you name it, like huge shifts and changes because of all the stuff that's happening right now. But it's not going to be easy, and it is going to be work. And so it's part of why we're being asked right now, do you really want to do this? Because we can't, again, like, so for those of us that are here to be on the front line, those of us that are here to change the world, like, we can't be dragging the others, we can't be dragging half of us along. Like, everyone has to be all the fucking way in to make this happen this time. And so it's not, like, it's why people are being weeded out right now, because we are only as strong as our weakest link. So the truth is that, like, literally, people are being eliminated from the ball game that aren't prepared or ready to do the fucking work. And that's just what's happening right now. So, you are at some level being tested, but it's not a test of like cruelty. It's like, can you fucking hack it or not? Because you're not going to want to be around if you can't. just reading comments. Yeah, fighting their awakening. Look, if you are fighting the awakening, like, you should just go back to sleep. It's just not worth it. Because if you're already fighting it and you're only in the awakening stage, oh my God, it gets so much fucking harder from there. So, like, you're not going to be able to hack it. Just go back to sleep. Well, and it's like, I think also, like, we have to shift our mentality from, and this is like where the message comes in today, I think, right? It's like, I think that some of us have been operating in survival mode, like, oh my God, I just got to make it through. And that's not actually the energy that we need to be carrying. We need to be carrying energy of self-evaluation and reevaluation of purpose and refining of purpose and absolute discovery of divine purpose and divine mission. And that's what we need to be working on right now. But if we're staying stuck in that mindset of like, oh my God, I've just got to make it through, I've just got to survive till the end of the year, we're not going to be ready at the beginning of the year to do the work that we need to do. Stellium and Capricorn, you're going to be loving the energy over the next couple of months then. And there's going to be some challenges there for you as well, right? Yeah, so Beth, I mean, that's the really interesting thing for us going into a 4-year and having, so Beth and I both have personal 8 years next year, which is abundance and money and prosperity. But we have an 8, like, we kind of got the shitty end of the stick because we've got an 8-year in a 4-year, which means that it's going to be wildly fucking financially abundant, but we're going to have to work hard for it. You know, and I think, like, I just saw Erica's post about the 2020 election, and I'm like, this for me is like one of the big things. It's that those of us that are on this front line, like, we're actually being called to stop fucking looking at this shit because it doesn't actually matter. And that's probably going to trigger the fuck out of a lot of people. But who's going to be president of the United States and who's running this country or who's running that country, like, things have to begin to change at the base level. Like, and the base, when I say base level, I don't mean lowest level. Like, the base level to me is the most important. At the level of humanity, things need to shift and change. We have to stop looking outside of ourselves to elected officials or people that are running governments to change things for us. It's not going to happen. Like, we are the ones that have to affect the change. And in the scheme of things, when we look at how important a Donald Trump is, for example, in the scheme of all the universes and all the planets, all the universes, all the galaxies in the world, like, how fucking small that is. Those realities are a very, very limited scope and very small part of the ascension of us as beings on this planet, and they're actually the things that are being used to distract us from the ascension process. They're actually the things that are being used to keep us from achieving our infinite potential. Like, all of that shit is a fucking distraction. So for me, like, I know what's going to happen in 2020 is we're going to begin to see people shift their focus away from the things that they believe are controlling their lives, or the conditioning and the programming that they're allowing to control their lives, and towards a place of personal power, of taking their power back and actually fulfilling their divine mission and creating change and affecting change on this planet. Going into a 1, yeah, new beginnings for you for sure, but that are going to, you know, laying foundations and new beginnings. That's like an amazing combination, a 1 and a 4. But it's also, you know, hard work. New beginnings that require hard work, require you showing up. yeah, I just, for me, I want us to stop giving our power away to elected officials. I want us to begin to realize that, like, we are powerful. We hold the keys. Our energetic vibration is so much more powerful than all of this smoke and mirrors that is being used to distract us and control us. How do you calculate which year you're going into? So you add your day of birth with your month of birth with a number 4, because 2020 is a 4 universal year. So I was born December 1st, so I have a 12, a 1, and a 1, which is a 3, plus a 4 is a 7. Is that right? No, that's not right. December 1, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's an 8. 4, 2, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 is 8. So that's how you figure out the universal year that you're going into. Your day of birth plus your month of birth plus 4, because 2020 is a 4. I'm really bad at math, for those of you that didn't know. You just saw a demonstration of it on this live stream. It is not my strong suit. I am like freakishly good at remembering numbers. Like, I could pretty much tell you any client. I have about 80 clients on payment plans right now, and I can tell you pretty much every client's payment plan amount. So I have like a freakishly weird brain situation with remembering numbers, but when it comes to adding them together, I'm disastrous. I don't fucking know how that happened, because my dad was like almost like autistic savant when it came to adding numbers together. He did not give me any of those. So Casey, then you're a 7. You're going into a 7 year, which is spirituality, spiritual growth and expansion. 4, 4, 16, 7. No, hold on. No, Precious, you are a 3, 3, 6, 10. Yeah, you're right. See, I'm really bad at math. I was like, no, you're wrong. I'm like, oh no, I'm wrong. Oh my God, you're a 10. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, so 1. Yes, that is what you are. Don't ask me. If you're a 16, it's a 1. You always have to reduce down to a single number. So if you're a 16, you're actually a 7. So 10, 12. You're the same. You're an 8. You're going into an 8 year also, Erica. Christy, you're a 3, I'm pretty sure. 35, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you're a 3, Christy. You're going into a 3 year. So anyway, yeah, lots of things happening in the world right now, but that's what's going on. I'm really getting excited. I am hosting a retreat called the Reascension Retreat here in Bali on the 27th to the 30th of November. And this retreat is, it's happening, one, to really land and ground all of these activations that are happening for us right now into the planet, into the earth. We're also going to be activating the divine feminine and divine masculine Christ consciousness point here in Bali, because this is where the mother and father dragon lines meet of the planet. But more than that, this retreat is, I don't know more than that, equally as much as that. This retreat, the purpose of this retreat for the attendees that are coming, the whole retreat is an activation, but the purpose of the retreat for the people that are coming is to activate their purpose and creation codes. And it is absolutely about having those people that are here to be frontline change makers leave this island, the island of the gods, with complete and total clarity on their divine mission. And when I say complete clarity, like, you will know after you leave this retreat exactly what you're meant to be doing in 2020, where in the world you're meant to be doing it and delivering the services, and what the actual like programs are and offerings are that you're meant to be giving out into the world. Like, we are downloading all of that at this retreat. So it's going to be hugely powerful. We're going to like, I'm getting so excited about it. There has been so much resistance to this retreat. Like, I can't even tell you, like, it's almost not happened. There's been so much resistance to it. And it's because it's going to be that powerful. So through tomorrow, the retreat is still $1,111 off. So if you know you're called, you know you need to be here, you know that this is the work you're meant to be doing, you know that you're here to affect change, private message me. And we can talk more about the retreat. There are still spots available. And I do have 3 extended payment plans available as well. So don't let money and finances be a reason why you're not getting on a fucking plane to Bali and getting here. And the truth of the matter is that like, the time is now. This is the seize the day moment. This is the, like, whatever excuse it is that you're making for not accepting your divine mission, like, are you willing to allow that to completely alter the course of history? Like, if you are here and you're meant to do this work to change the world, like, are you going to allow your personal excuses to get in the way of that? Whether you come to Bali or not, it's just the question that you have to ask yourself right now. Like, are you prepared to do the work that you're here to do? And that if you don't have yourself fully on board and fully in alignment, and you don't fucking fully understand what the purpose is and what the mission is, are you going to just stay in this state of frustration for the next year or the next 2 years, right? Like, you've got to get clarity. You have to make it a priority right now. What is my divine mission? Why am I here? What is the work that I'm meant to be doing? You know, and for those of us that are doing our purpose work already, like, don't confuse your purpose work with your divine mission. Don't, because it's not the same thing. And you know, there's a lot of people here to do purpose work, and then there's a few of us here that have divine missions that are meant to alter the course of life as we know it on this planet. And if that is you, you already know it's you. You already know. You know deep down in your soul that that's what you're here for, and the signs have been given to you, and they keep being given to you. And whether you're scared about it, or whether you're in avoidance of it, or whether you're determined to ignore it or not, you know. So you have to ask yourself, are you prepared to ignore that divine mission? Or are you ready to do whatever it fucking takes to get there? Are you ready to do whatever it fucking takes to step up and step into purpose and follow the divine guidance and shift and change everything? So I think that's all I have. Yes, I'm in Bali. That is where the retreat is. And that is where we will be activating all the goodness, the island of the gods. So come join us if you want. The beautiful Maria Portis is co-facilitating with me. And between the two of us, we will be activating your purpose and creation codes and giving you absolute clarity on divine mission, and letting you know, like, where you're meant to be doing this work. That's the other thing that's really important. It's like, you know, sitting in Minnesota when you're meant to be activating people in Egypt, it doesn't really work very well. So you need to know where you're meant to be doing this work, and then you need to do whatever you need to do to fucking get to that place and deliver the work. Yes, you're gonna need to replay, Talisha. So that is what I have for today. I'm gonna go now. I've delivered the message. I've done my divine mission work for the day. I'm gonna go put a mask on my face, order some lunch, and go watch more Riverdale, most likely, because now I'm starting to feel like angst and anxious and like, oh my God, this is so... Because here's the thing, why are we feeling angst? Why are we feeling anxious? Because it's so much fucking bigger than us. It's so much bigger than what we can even comprehend. And that's part of what's happening with this Jupiter expansion right now, is that... No, I hate Jughead. He's so annoying. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna come in here and plug my phone in because it's about to die. That's part of what's happening with this Jupiter expansion, though, you guys, is that it's everything. We're overwhelmed because it feels bigger than we can manage. Hold on, let me plug in. I thought I was done, but I'm not. I just realized I need to talk about this. Something for the boober reel. Hold on. Okay. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. All right, now we're in my bedroom. That's the painting that Jack hates. He thinks it's demons. I still haven't gotten a new one. So that's part of what's happening with this Jupiter expansion, is that like things are expanding and are so big and are such a big, like, we feel overwhelmed because we can't even comprehend the vastness of the shifts and the changes that are happening. Like these activations that are happening internally inside of us, there is so much shifting, we can't even, like, we can't wrap our heads around it. And so we're getting overwhelmed, we're feeling angst, we're getting anxiety because we just can't fucking comprehend it. Like our little human brains can't get it. And our little human brains, as you know, are so fucking powerful. So it is absolutely something that we have to approach and we have to feel from a soul level. I'm sleeping through this live. Well, that's okay, Anya. You're still getting the transmission of it, even if you're asleep. But it's something that we have to experience at a soul level. Dude, they just... I'm trying to fix this because they just... Ew, look at my fingers. They unlit my candle that smelled so good in my room. And now I'm mad because I wanted to come in here and smell the candle. So now I'm lighting the candle again. It's like the best candle ever. It smells like copper tone suntan lotion. Bali Cocoa from the Kind Company. Kind Candles. Okay. Oh, I know the other thing that I was going to say. Was that the other thing that's happening for me and for several other people I've talked to that are meant to be doing this work right now, that are the frontline change makers, is having radical dietary changes, or your body literally rejecting certain foods that you were eating all the time. Like, I'm the biggest carnivore and I literally can't eat meat. Like, I've gotten so sick every time I've tried to eat meat. So I'm like literally completely plant-based at this point. Little bit of dairy, little teeny bit of dairy, but plant-based. Like, my body just has rejected it. So that's another sign. If you're adding up the signs and checking off the things and being like, yep. Now I can no longer hide. Now I know that I'm actually here meant to do this work on the planet. You know, I think that the dietary things are happening because we're actually changing at a cellular level. Like, I can feel my body changing. Like, it's altering itself. And, you know, as much as I am not, so I was vegan for 4 years, and then I went through the spiral, and then I started eating meat again. And like, there's no part of me that's like, I need to not eat meat for X, Y, and Z reasons. Like, I have no moral, like, the spiral, like, literally got rid of all attachments I had to morality around any of that stuff. But what I can feel is that my body is changing, and there's stuff that it's not gonna consume anymore. Like, it's just, whatever's happening, whatever the upgrades are, whatever the cellular upgrades are, it's like, nope, this is no longer for us. And I don't know that it's gonna no longer be for us forever, Yeah, cucumber juice. Yeah, my body's like, drink all the cucumber juice. I'm drinking cucumber juice every morning. Michelle Adams actually told me to do that. She's amazing. I don't know that that's going to be a forever thing, but it is a right now thing. It is like, for me, right now, whatever this change is that's happening is the food that I'm eating is feeding this change that's happening. It's feeding the cellular change and shift. And animal products are not doing it for me right now. Maybe different for you. You might be a vegan and now starting to eat meat. I mean, I don't know. I just know that like this is something else that I'm hearing showing up. And it with most people, what I'm hearing is like an intolerance to meat. It's happening with me, and there's 4 other people that I know are frontline change makers that are saying the same. Like, it's literally like, I'm just off it. It's not even off it. Like, I literally was like, oh, I feel like eating chicken the other night, and I ate it, and I like got so sick. Like, I can't even tell you how sick I was. And it was horrible. And I was like, oh my God, okay. And I knew, like, I was like, oh, I feel like chicken. Should I just try it? And then I was like, oh, I'll just try. I was like, okay, I'm going to have this vegan meal or I'm going to eat chicken. And I was like, I'm going to eat chicken because I haven't had any meat for a week because I felt so off of it. And I'm like, I'm going to try to eat it. And then I got super sick. So, yeah. It's what's happening. All these people are just like, ooh, me and food. It's horrible. So funny. Meat has been gross lately. My diet was in a weird place. Like, it doesn't even know what it wants. Yeah. Well, that's me too. I'm like, I can't even, like, when I'm thinking, like, what do I want to eat? That's the other thing. Because I think, like, my mind is going, like, oh, these are the things that we normally eat. These are the things that we think are healthy. These are the things that we think are good fuel for our body. And then I think my body's like, so I'm the same. I'm just like, and I have barely been eating. I've been eating like once or twice a day, which is my human design. I'm only supposed to be eating once or twice a day, but I'm eating like once a day, maybe another small meal. And it's just like, nothing actually sounds good. Like, nothing sounds like, oh, I really want to eat this thing. So I resonate with that, Kimberly, like my body not feeling like it needs what it wants. I switched it up to cucumber and beetroot and my body did not approve. Cucumber juice is magic. I'm really enjoying it. My skin is looking amazing. Holy cucumber juice. If I had known the skin thing, I would have been on the cucumber juice a long time ago. I'll tell you that right now. It's way, like, as far as skin stuff goes, cucumber juice over celery juice, like 1,000,000%. Oh, and I haven't been eating fruit plates either. I had one the other day. I had fruit on a call the other day, but I haven't really been eating fruit plates either because I haven't been feeling like fruit. I do feel like an apple right now, so I am going to get off this live stream and go cut myself an apple and then sit here and try to figure out what my body wants to eat probably for an hour and then finally order something and then finally eat something. But it will be vegetarian, I can tell you that. I haven't gone full vegan. I don't know that I'm going to. I've been eating feta and that's actually been really good. No, just cucumbers. Cucumber juice. And it's actually like cucumbers are a little bit sweet, so it's way easier to drink than celery juice. It tastes good. I think it tastes good. I actually like love soda, water, cucumber, mint, like little mocktail thing anyway. Like I love cucumber juice with like a little soda water, cucumber juice. I'm gonna go make one right now. In fact, it sounds so fucking good. I don't think we have any mint, so I'm gonna have to go see if my staff can run out and get me some mint, and I'm gonna go make myself a little mocktail cucumber juice soda water deliciousness right now. I'm about to go do it right this minute. That sounds good. And maybe a little gin, not gonna lie. It's okay. Like, you put a little gin in, drop a little gin in with the mocktail thing. I did just get some really amazing gin in Singapore. I got bathtub gin. So I might end up making it into a gin cocktail. Who knows? It could happen. I love making fresh juice, but hate cleaning the juicer. Well, listen, here's a confession about living in Bali. I loved making fresh juice and would never do it because I hated cleaning the fucking juicer as well. But now I don't have to clean the juicer. Now all I have to do is juice the cucumber, and then my staff cleans the juicer. So those are some of the amazing things about living in Bali, is that literally you get to have all of the benefits of the things with none of the shit that you don't want to do. And I fully realize that that is so fucking privileged talking, but yeah, it's the new gin and juice. You should hire me as your assistant. I'm actually in need of an assistant that lives in Bali. So if you live in Bali and you want to be my assistant and make my juice for me, then I'm all about that life. So let me know. But you have to live in Bali. I already have an amazing assistant in the United States. I need an amazing assistant in Bali. I need it really badly. I was actually journaling about it the day before yesterday. Body needs what it needs, that gin life. I'm not gonna have gin, actually. My body does not feel like gin. But I did buy that yummy gin, and I had a little gin yesterday, and it was delicious. With fresh orange juice in it, because that bathtub gin goes amazingly well with orange juice. So, have I moved again? No, I moved from outside into my bedroom while you were sleeping. Same bedroom. I don't know what you're asking me, Anya. I'm confused. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you're watching this live stream or you're watching the replay. If you're feeling called to the retreat, message me. I would love to talk to you more about it. If you want to move to Bali and be my assistant, message me more about it. I think that's it. Have a beautiful day. Oh God, I should totally talk about this. So my 11/11 portal offers are ending tomorrow, which means the $1,111 off the retreat is ending tomorrow. My wealth repatterning program, Ouroboros, is currently $1,111, which is $2,222 off. That sale ends tomorrow. That is insanity. It's total fucking insanity. I already have several people that have signed up for next round of Ouroboros, which is happening in January. So if you need to get your wealth and money mindset right, epic program, epic. But also the wealth code activations, which is my new 5-day program, is starting tomorrow. The wealth code activations is starting tomorrow. $111.10 to join me in that program. And it starts tomorrow, starting tomorrow, 5 days. You, me, wealth code activations, do the damn thing. So go to my website, www.theleahsteele.com. I can't share it because it's currently blocked on the Facebook. www.theleahsteele.com. Go to the website, scroll down to the 11/11 portal offers. You can click on Ouroboros to find out more about that. The quantum wealth repatterning, you can click on the link to pay for $111.10 for the wealth code activations. And then just message me if you need information about the retreat. I think that is it. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing rest of your day. Those of you that are doing the wealth code activations, I'll see you in the morning. Mwah. Farewell.